Circle wheelies. Probably my favorite stunt variation. Not only do they look super sweet, they show full control of the bike, and most importantly, not many people can do them, so it's even more special. Now, I've had a ton of you guys asking me down in the comments to do a circle wheelie tutorial video, so today, that's what we're doing. So guys, if you are watching this video and you're still learning basic wheelies, I highly suggest that you go check out my how to wheelie video, as this is a trick that you want to be comfortable on no balance point before you try. So if you're new, trying to wheelie, go watch that video, then come check out this one. Now, I'm assuming you guys are all responsible, and those still watching can wheelie, and now they really just want to learn to do this, circle wheelie. Step 1, we're gonna find a nice, flat, smooth area to practice where there's no traffic, and in case you do fall, you're not gonna get run over by an 18-wheeler. Unfortunately, my area is sloped, and there's tons of moss and pebbles, but don't be like me, okay? Find a nice area. Within step 1, as we're in our nice, comfortable area, we're gonna get comfortable on the bike. So you wanna sit down, sit wherever is comfortable for you. If you already know how to wheelie, you're gonna have a position on the bike that you feel comfortable wheeling in. So this means you have good access to your rear brake with your left hand, and you have a good grip on the throttle with your right hand, and your feet are positioned where if you have a shift lock, you can shift lock. Just any way that you feel comfortable wheeling on the bike. Okay guys, step 2. So now you already have a comfortable position on the bike, your wheelie position, if you will. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take that position and just slide it slightly to the left. Now this is assuming that you're comfortable circling to the left. If you're comfortable circling to the right, you're gonna reverse this and turn to the right. Most people I find are more comfortable circling to the left, so we're gonna shift our butt cheek. We're essentially gonna put our right butt cheek on the seat. Our left butt cheek is kind of hanging off. You'll learn what feels most comfortable for you. Some people slide over more, some people slide over less. But ultimately, we want to put some of our weight to the left side of the bike, the way that we're going to do the circle. Okay, so on to the next step, which is going to be reacquainting ourselves with balance point and the rear brake. So what I want you to do is just pop the wheel up slowly and reacquaint yourself with where your balance point needs to be. If you learn to wheelie, you've done this before, so just remind yourself where balance point is. You can even pop it up a couple times and tap the rear brake just to continue to reinforce that muscle memory that you cover your rear brake. So pop it up, tap it, pop it up, tap it. If you've watched my wheelie tutorial video, you heard that a lot of times. Pop it up and tap it because you don't want to loop. So guys, we've talked about finding a good lot. We've talked about getting your positioning comfortable and right. We've talked about getting it popped up to balance point and covering the rear brake so you don't loop. Now we're actually going to start the circle. My best suggestion to starting this is start really slow, and we're going to drag our left foot. So we're almost going to just step with our left foot, honestly. We're going to drag it less at the start. What I'd suggest doing, you should be able to do this on any of these e-bikes because they're super light. So we just pop up the front really slow, and we can drop it down like that. So I'm covering my rear brake, popping it up, tapping it, and coming back down. So we're going to keep doing this and just pop it up, drag our rear foot. We'll almost step on our rear foot. You can kind of put direct pressure on your left foot and just turn with it, and you'll just start doing that more frequently. Now, as you get more comfortable doing this, you'll be able to pop it up for longer and bring it back down. So this is really the start of a circle, is you're getting your body weight to the left side, so it's naturally going to turn the bike to the left more, and we're just going to drag our foot to make sure that we don't fall over to the side, because the biggest fear you're going to have when you're doing circles is you feel like you're going to fall over to the left side that you're leaning on. So it's all about slowly conditioning yourself to get used to that sensation. And at first you're going to do it, you might not be able to turn much, you might just kind of go straight and then drop it, but you're slowly over time going to lift up the wheel and drag your foot. So at first it might look like this, you might pull it up like this, but as you get more comfortable with it, you'll be able to pull it up higher, and then you'll start going into a circle more. So pull it up higher, and then we got too far back, so we hit the rear brake. You're gonna wanna do this a ton of times over and over again. So guys, this is what I believe is step 5, and step 5 is gonna take you frickin' forever, and you're gonna look like a worm, and you have no idea what you're doing for a while, but you have to continue to do it. With circles, for me at least, it's a lot more of a feeling than it is truly teaching something. You've just gotta do it a lot. This is a trick that rewards seat time more than anything, more than regular wheelies, because it's all about balance and feeling. What we're gonna do, going from step 5 into step 6, is what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the wheel up and even walk it nice and slow. Walk it slow. You'll kind of drag your foot like that, and you'll get used to the sensation of spinning in a circle. You should ultimately get to the point through step 5 and 6 that you're able to circle it, kind of dragging your foot like this, and it'll start like that, and you'll probably end kind of dropping the bike down, but it all comes with practice. I've been doing this for a little while now, so now I'm more used to it. So this is really going to consist of a lot of your time. So we're just going super slow. We're getting close to balance point, but we're still tapping the rear brake. As you guys can see, look at me. I'm tapping my rear brake as I get too far back. But I'm shifted over to the side of the bike, and I'm dragging my foot so I don't feel like I'm gonna fall. If you feel like you're gonna fall, you have your foot there to save yourself. So you gotta remember that. The whole feeling of a circle is there's a lot of inertia. So the more you do it, the more you actually want to stay on the bike. You've just got to stay in the circle. So this will by far be the longest step, but as you get more comfortable over time, you'll drag your foot, you'll have that safety net. But step 7, what I encourage you guys to do next is, as you're learning these feet down circles, I encourage you to take up your foot for a second. You feel unstable, bring it back down. Take it up, feel unstable, bring it back down. Take it up, feel unstable, bring it down. And over time, the more you do that, you'll take your foot up for like a half a second or 2 seconds. Here's an old video of me doing exactly that. And as you can see, I'm just slowly getting used to the feeling of actually doing a correct circle. So with time, you'll slide your foot, and then you'll be able to lift it up. You'll slide your foot, you'll be putting a lot of pressure on it, but you'll learn to not need that. And you'll see even me sometimes when I'm doing circles, I'll get off balance and I'll still put my foot down. I don't always circle with both of my feet up. But to graduate to the feet up circles, you gotta start and put your foot down. Bring it up, bring it down. It's very scary. It's gonna be a scary thing. That's why with all these wheelies and stunt tricks, I encourage you guys to do it slowly over time. So every day, get out for 30 minutes and practice, and in your sleep, you'll literally be thinking about this. You'll sleep on it and get better every day. I always suggest that over just practicing for 8 hours a day. So we're coming up. And then we're doing the feet up circles. So you guys will notice my butt is over to the left on the bike. I'm leaning onto the bike, and my whole body I almost have leaning inside. It's leaning further in than the bike itself. And that's because I'm turning my weight on the bike to get it to do the circle. And I still move my feet around. Look, had to catch myself there to give myself more stability, and then I can bring my foot up again. It truly is a trick that just requires a ton of seat time, because this is really all about balance. It's not just balancing the wheelie up and down like you learned before. It's now balancing the wheelie up and down, but also the side-to-side movement of the bike. So you can still wheelie, but also go in a circle. Basically making your 2D problem a 3D problem. So guys, let me walk you through it again from start to finish. Step 1, you're ideally finding a good lot that's flat, nobody's around, you're not gonna run into anything. If you do fall, you're not gonna get run over. Step 2, we're getting comfy on the bike. See, this is a comfortable position for me. Now the only difference is with circles to the left, we're going to shift our butt to the left a little bit. If we're going right, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to start just by getting comfortable as to where balance point is. On this bike, I can slowly lift it up to there, and I know that's like right about where balance point is. Now that I know that, I'm able to start super slowly starting to circle wheelie, and I'm going to do it with my feet down. So my feet are down. From a stop, I'm going to go slow. Okay, I'm going to go slow and try and turn more. And that's how it's gonna look. You're gonna get a little scared, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna fall to the left this way. But you're slowly gonna do this. Slowly gonna do this. Now, as you get better, you'll be able to drag your feet more. And don't be disheartened if at first, when you start doing circle wheelies, you're a little afraid to lean in too much. So you're gonna not circle super tight. You're gonna go super wide, but that's fine. The tighter circles come with time because you have a harder lean angle, so it's a little scarier. But we'll get it up. We'll go like this. You almost walk the bike. You can literally walk the bike. You don't even have to really ride it. You're walking it, you're putting your foot down, and just doing that over and over again. Now, over time, you're gonna get more used to how you can disperse your weight to keep balanced. You'll be able to start picking your leg up for a couple seconds or a half a second, like that. As you get the momentum, the inertia, and then all of a sudden, you're starting to feel the inertia, and you're able to sit into the seat. When I do circle wheelies, I'm almost thinking that I'm taking my butt and I'm literally pressing it into the edge of the seat. I'm pressing it into the edge, and I'm almost leaning in. Now, I have personally found that the inertia really holds you in place. The bike wants to keep spinning. So if you stay on the throttle, you stay balanced, the bike wants to keep spinning. Areas where you can mess up, if you're doing a circle and you stop it really hard, like this, your momentum can take you forward and you can flip over the other side of the bike. Guys, that is my process to circle wheeling, but ultimately, there's no secret trick. Everyone always asks me, what's your secret? How do you circle wheelie? To be honest, it's just the trick that I practice the most. There's a reason I'm not as great at combos, and there's plenty of kids that are. It's because people practice that trick the most. All it really comes down to is getting seat time on these specific tricks. So I get the most seat time on circles because I enjoy it the most. I think it's the most unique. So that's why I'm good at it. But I've just learned to do stuff like this over the last year and a half of riding very frequently and practicing circles almost every single time I ride. So now I can do things that are cool like a death spin. Or I can get up to a knee knock and do a knee knock circle. Woo! Ultimately, there's no secret, guys. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below in the comments. I'm happy to answer any as much as I can. Hopefully that gave you guys some context as to how I do circle wheelies. But again, there's no secret, guys. It's just seat time. Hopefully some of my pointers really helped you, though. But if you have any questions, again, leave them down below. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on our road to 100K subs. But otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.